What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here with CheeseheadTV's live Packers trivia. That's right, I'm flying solo again today. My co-host is off gallivanting. What is she, on vacation or something? Anyway, we're here. We're going to play some Packers trivia. Thank you to everybody who's joined me already in the comments section. A few seconds as we let late new arrivals jump in. And speaking of new arrivals, if you are new to the game, let me explain real quickly how it works. You'll get 10 questions. You're going to need a hashtag for each one of your answers. You'll see them pop up on the screen with the questions. Make sure you use the hashtag when answering. If you don't use a hashtag, your answer will not be counted. If there are 2 words, you only need to hashtag the first word. And that's basically how it's played. We'll give you the top 5 fastest answers each and every time. Hopefully, cross fingers that the program works. And then every once in a while throughout the game, we'll give you a top 10 leaderboard to show you who's leading throughout the game. And then at the end, we will crown our usual daily champion. But really, for today, it's the holiday weekend champion who gets bragging rights right through July 4th. So without further ado, let's roll. Let's do it. Let's play some live Packers trivia, starting with the first question. To which team did Green Bay suffer its worst loss in its first NFL season? Racine Legion, the Chicago Staleys, the Chicago Bears, or the Hammond Pros? Which one would it be? Remember, you only need hashtag for Staleys, all hashtag Chicago Bears. That should get you going. Oh, yeah. Make sure you use the hashtag SuperEdge99. Gotta use the hashtag, buddy. Why are people texting me during the thing? They know I'm live, and that's when they start to try and reach out. I love it. I know a lot of people are nervous. We've got a top 4. We've got a top 4. Do we have a top 5? We got one more? How about this? Oh boy, timer stopped. Okay, so the answer is, it's kind of a trick. In a game played at Cubs Park, the 1921 Packers lost 20-0 to the Chicago Staleys, the team that would go on to become the Chicago Bears the following year. All right, Perry. Our producer today is a Perry, a different Perry than the Perry I'm usually co-hosting with. Joey the Jaguar knew what was up. Dave, Black Swan, Mark Pearson. I like it, Joey. All over it. Next question. How many yards is the longest rushing play in Green Bay history? How many yards is the longest rushing play in Green Bay history? 79, 84, 92, or 98? How many yards is the longest rushing play in Green Bay history? 79, 84, 92, or 98? Make sure you use those hashtags. Get your answer counted. 79, 84, 92, or 98? The longest rushing play in Green Bay history is how many yards? Aha, I see some people know who ran it, but that is not the question. The question is, how long was it? I'm glad you guys know who it was, though. I love how I'm getting emails from Corey Banke while I'm live. It's, it would be nice if he supported and watched, but of course he doesn't. All right. The answer, of course, is Ahman Green ran 98 yards into the record book against the Broncos during a game that I attended in 2003. The previous record was 97 yards set by Andy Urim in 1939. That record had stood since 39 when Ahman Green broke it that night against the Broncos, which obviously famously was the night that they won the division after the Vikings choked away a game down in Arizona. It was a beautiful night, one of the best at Lambeau I've ever had. Who knew what? When did they know it? Perry, show it to us. Jonathan Zank knew what was up faster than anybody else. Marcus, Big B, Brett Boyd, and Wisconsin Sports Fam We're all in it as well. All right, next question. Who scored the first touchdown for the Packers versus the Giants in the 2007 NFC Championship? Was it Donald Lee, Brandon Jackson, Donald Driver, or Greg Jennings? Donald Lee, Brandon Jackson, Donald Driver, or Greg Jennings? Who scored the first TD for the Packers versus the Giants in the 2007 NFC Championship? Give it to me. Make sure you use the hashtags. Just need to hashtag the first one. It'll know. People know this. We all remember. We're not going to talk about how the game ended, of course. No mention of that. It was, of course, Donald Driver who scored a 90-yard touchdown from Brett Favre after the Giants had jumped out to an early lead. We were all filled with hope and promise, thinking, oh my gosh, Brett Favre's going back to the Super Bowl. We all know how that turned out. But like I said, we're not going to talk about it. Who knew what and when did they know it, Perry? Jared knew what was up. Brenton, what's up? I knew it was only a matter of time before you popped up here in the top 5. Marcus, Dylan, and Black Swan. Let's take a look at our first leaderboard of the day. Ooh, Dave showing a commanding lead early. I like it. And Black Swan, Marcus, Brenton, and Big B in the top 5. Glenn Bard, I see you sitting there at 10. You're going to make a jump soon. I can feel it. Jitsu, good to see you, buddy. All right, let's keep moving. What year was the city of Green Bay first referred to as Titletown? 1936, 1949, 1961, or 1970? What year was the city of Green Bay first referred to as Titletown? 36, 49, 61, or 70? Got to type out that entire year, people, and make sure you use the hashtag. 1936, 1949, 1961, or 1970? What year was the city of Green Bay first referred to as Titletown? Again, I say this every day, but I got to meet the guy who played the bass on this song. That is a funky groove. Okay, I don't know if he's going to get the top 5, but I got to give a shout out to George Butters. George Butters is here. Always so happy to see George Butters representing. So Jack Younger of the Green Bay Press-Gazette coined the phrase. Younger worked at the Press-Gazette's advertising manager in 1961 when the Packers beat the Giants 37-0 for the NFL title. Younger convinced the Press-Gazette to print the slogan on signs and distribute those signs to the public, and the moniker stuck. 1961. That's when Titletown was born. All right, Perry, who knew what and when did they know it? Jared Gregg says, what's up? I know that. Big B at number 2. Brett. Glenn Bard, told you Glenn's going to make a move. And Deborah, first appearance in the top 5 today. Good to see you, Deborah. I'm not going to look at the leaderboard just yet. Let's keep her moving. After which season was the official Packers cheerleading group dissolved? 1975, 1988, 1991, or 2010? After which season was the official Packers cheerleading group dissolved? Dissolved. It's like the scene from Avengers. They just kind of digitally melted away. No, it wasn't anything like that, Aaron. I know. I'm just kidding. Hashtags. Don't forget the hashtags, people. Use your hashtags. I kind of expected this. The answers are a bit all over the map. Oh, yeah. Oh, all right. We got a top 5. The Packers became one of the first professional football teams to have a cheerleading squad. Having first used cheerleaders in 1931, the squad performed for 57 years under 3 separate names. But it was in 1988 it was decided that the team would cease having a professional squad cheer for them. Since then, the team uses collegiate squads in a limited role to cheer during home games. You do see, say, Norbert's, etc., some cheer squads on the sideline during home games, but the official professional cheerleaders were dissolved after the 88 season. Who knew what? When did they know it? Mark Pearson says what's up. He knows all about his cheerleaders. Dylan, Big Daddy Cool Breeze representing at 3. Dan Johnson, Glenn Bard. What's that do to our top 10, Perry? Give it to me. Glenn Bard, I told you. Glenn Bard was just sitting back there going, okay, I am ready to make my move. He made his move. Dave still strong at 2. Mark, old timer Dave, what's up, buddy? And Big B at 5. Big Daddy Cool Breeze, I see you at 8. Ready to make your move. Wisconsin sports fan holding her down at 10. All right, let's keep going. Next question. Who is the only Packers defender to have recorded 10 interceptions in a single season? Was it Charles Woodson, Irv Comp, Leroy Butler, or Bobby Dillon? Who is the only Packers defender to have recorded 10 interceptions in a single season? And yes, I was surprised there's only been one myself. Before you ask, was it Charles, Irv, Leroy, or Bobby? Don't forget those hashtags, people. And I suspect postseason might trip some people up. Remember, it was only for the regular season. 10 interceptions in a single season. Well, the answer's all over the map. I'm a little surprised. Only 2 people got it in the 30 seconds. That's I don't want to say embarrassing, but it's kind of interesting. And the Irv Comp was the one who pulled down 10 interceptions in 10 games in 1943. His rookie season, no less. 10 interceptions in 10 games. 8 players for the Packers have had seasons with 9 interceptions, the most recent being Charles Woodson in 2009. But Irv Comp is the only one who did it for 10 times in a single season. Who are the 2 lucky souls who got that in the first 30 seconds? Oh, look at that. Kevin Rami, Joey the Jaguar. What does that do to our leaderboard? How's that shake things up? How's she look? Glenn sticking at number 1. Dave hot on the heels at 2. That's okay, so not a huge shakeup. Big Daddy Cool Breeze, I see you at 8. All right, let's keep her going. In which year did Green Bay get their 1,000th all-time NFL win? 1,000th all-time NFL win. 1993, 1996, 2000, or 2002? What year did Green Bay get their 1,000th all-time NFL win? 93, 96, 2000, or 2002? Make sure you use those hashtags, people. Can I just say, it's awesome that you are all here on a late July afternoon playing some Packers trivia with CheeseheadTV. I love it. We appreciate the support on the YouTube channel. We appreciate your support all around. And we appreciate that you're diehard Packers fans like us. It's what we do. All right. So, of course, the answer is the Packers beat the Vikings 38-10 in 1996 to get their 1,000th league victory. Who knew what? When did they know it? Who knew they're 96? Dan Johnson knew what was up. Wisconsin sports fan says hello. Big B, Joey the Jaguar, and Dave Van Zumeren? Hope I got that right. I know I butchered it. What does that do to our leaderboard? How's she looking with a few more questions to go? Dave takes over the top spot. Big B up to 2. Oh, Big B, I see you, buddy. You're craving those holiday weekend bragging rights. I know you are. Glenn slips down to 3. Joe the Jaguar at 4. Wisconsin sports fan goes from outside the top 10 and jumps all the way up to 5. That's how volatile the top 10 leaderboard can be, people. Here we go. Next question. Which of these 4 Packers quarterbacks never had a 400-yard passing game? Bart Starr, Don Horn, Brett Favre, or Lynn Dickey? Which of these 4 quarterbacks never had a 400-yard passing game? Bart, Don, Brett, or Lynn? Who was it, people? Which one never had a 400-yard passing game? Oh, yeah. How we doing, people? Oh, man. A lot of people know this one. Oh, how we doing, Perry? All right, we got it. And it is, of course, Bart Starr, the only one to have never thrown 400 yards passing in a single game. Dickey passed for 418 against the Bucks in 80. Horn passed for 410 against the Cardinals in 69. And Favre passed for 402 yards against the Bears in 93. Bart Starr never had to pass for that many yards. They just ran it all over everybody. Maybe occasionally had a halfback toss. You know, Bart or just magic when necessary. But never had to go over 400 yards in a single game. Who knew what? When did they know it, Perry? Give it to me. Jonathan Zank says what's up. Kenny, Nick, Brett, GB, and Joey the Jaguar. The youngest among us knew the answer to that. Okay, 2 questions to go. What's our leaderboard look like? How we doing? Oh, Dave rocketing up to number 1. Big B still sitting there at 2. Oh, he's so close. Taste it. Glenn, Joey, Mark. Wisconsin sports fan dropping down to 6. Jonathan cracking the top 10. I like it. Competitive leaderboard with 2 questions to go. Penultimate question, as they taught me in school. What year did the G logo first appear on the Packer helmet? 1950, 1956, 1961, or 1967? Don't forget those hashtags, people. What year did the G logo first appear on the Packer helmet? 1950, 1956, 1961, or 1967? When was it? What I love about this, because speed is like of the essence, it's like impossible to go Google this stuff. Makes it so much fun. Although, I'm sure there's somebody somewhere with some kind of contraption that automatically Googles it for them, but I salute you, whoever you are. Sometimes referred to as the Lombardi G, especially early on in its tenure, the Packer helmet has been relatively unchanged since the addition of the logo in 1961. That's right, 1961 was when it appeared. Who knew what? When did they know it? Give it to me, Perry. Big Daddy Cool Breeze! Coming in at number 1, Big B at 2, Glenn Bard. Deborah Randolph, welcome back to the top 5. And Nick Simmons, what does that do to our leaderboard? With 1 question to go. Big B! Oh, the pressure's on now, buddy. Glenn Bard at 2. Joey the Jaguar at 3. Look at this, top 5. Strong-looking group. Dave and old-timer Dave. Neck and neck at 4 and 5. Oh, man, I will tell you, I wondered about this. If there would be some kind of neck-and-neck situation, how it could all come down to this final question, which is about as unlike the rest of these questions as you can possibly get. Here it comes. Get ready. Get your fingers on the keyboard, because here we go. Make sure you press the hashtag first for that answer. Final question. Packers.com senior writer Mike Spofford attended what college for his undergrad? Was it Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, or Lawrence University? Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, or Lawrence? Where did Mike Spofford do his undergrad? That is your final question of the day, and I love that it is going to decide the bragging rights for the weekend. There they are, people. All the hashtags. Get on it. Wisconsin, Northwestern, Minnesota, Lawrence. Where did Mike Spofford do his undergrad work? Big B, I love it. So many people are mad at this question. I love it. It's so great. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Mike attended Lawrence University in my hometown of Appleton, Wisconsin, where he was an English major. And by the way, Mike's not very active on Twitter or online in general, but he is one of the nicest dudes you will ever meet and incredibly knowledgeable about the game. Highly recommend following his feed. He is active during the season. It's not very interactive, but he's a great dude, great Packers writer. Definitely recommend checking out his stuff, not only on Twitter, but obviously at Packers.com. All right, who knew what? When did they know it? Sebastian Fitz, a newcomer, throwing a monkey in the wrench. Black Swan, Jonathan Zank, Brett Boyd, Jared Gregg. All right, what's that do to our final leaderboard? Give it to me, Perry. Big B holds on for the win. Glenn Bard at 2. Old-timer Dave, Joey the Jaguar, and Jesse Bauman round out our top 5. Good-looking group, as always. Thanks for Dave, Wisconsin sports fan, Big Daddy Cool Breeze, and the rest for joining me here. Everybody, even if you didn't make the top 5 or the top 10 leaderboard, I thank you, each and every one of you, for joining me. And hell, please do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, tell your friends, tell your family. CheeseheadTV is devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. We'll be off tomorrow. I'll be back with Perry on Monday. Can't thank you guys enough for hanging around. Oh, and please, if you get the chance, hashtag save the kettle. Give to the Kettle of Fish GoFundMe. They need our help. They're about halfway to their goal. Anything you can do would be greatly appreciated. All right. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great weekend. Go Pack, go.